I'm here with Rusty Rogers, head coach of the Cougar women's basketball team. Today, looking back at a big season opening victory this past Saturday, 95-57 over Lawrence University. And Rusty, I think the only way you can start looking at this game is that with the exception of the rebounds where Lawrence had a little edge with the height in that, it was the Cougars that dominated just about every other category in that game.
Yeah, we really couldn't have scripted it any better than that. I was really proud of our effort. That was one of the areas that I was concerned about coming into our first game is our effort. We absolutely had great effort from every kid that got in there, and we got 10 girls in there for a majority of the game. And the effort was outstanding. We did the things that we wanted to do pretty well, pretty effectively, so it's really a great start to the season for us.
And just like the scrimmage that your team played last Wednesday, two things really jumped out in this game. Number one, the full court press that the Cougar defense had, and then number two, offensively, the three-point shooting, the Cougars making good on 15 of 33 from behind the arc.
Yeah, as far as the full court pressure goes, I should have known, coaching as long as I've been coaching, that it's a work in progress, and I was very, very concerned. In fact, within the last week or so prior to that first game, I was wondering if we could actually implement that kind of a style. I was starting to doubt myself. But the girls really did an outstanding job in all of our matchup zone defenses, full court and half court. Saw things happen in that game that we hadn't seen throughout the practice, the 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks of practice. So it was really, really encouraging. I'm hoping now that we can just build on that. The shooting, there's going to be games where we're not going to be able to shoot the ball that well. But we've got ball movement, and that's the key, I believe. The girls are moving the ball, they're sharing the ball. Had a lot of hockey assists in addition to the traditional assists, which is how we measure our unselfishness. And that was probably the most pleasing thing about the way we shot the ball, is the way we shared it.
And it comes to mind that both watching the press on defense and then just the Cougars transitioning and fast breaking down the floor. In order to do that, you need, number one, a well-conditioned group of players, and number two, you need a decent number of players, coming off the bench and being ready to play that style. And it certainly looks like you have both there.
That's another ironic thing, actually, about that game, because both Coach Schwab, Taylor, and myself were concerned about the physical conditioning that we had, because we do not run during practice whatsoever. We just run an up-tempo practice, so I don't believe in running sprints in practices. And I got to question my own philosophy there, too, because the last couple of weeks of practice, it just didn't look like we were getting in the physical condition we needed to be in to play that style of ball. And then we come to our last scrimmage and then our first regular season game, and it was like the kids are in tip-top shape already. So kind of baffling, but we'll take it. It's great. It's a great start, a great way to build a season, and hopefully we can build on from there.
Certainly a win like that is a huge confidence builder. And just like to talk about a couple of your top players from Saturday's game, just in regards to building that confidence. Lauren Orr, who came off the bench and was your leading scorer with 20 points, including hitting all 4 of her shots from downtown. And then also Miranda Rogers, who had, I believe it was a 15-point effort. Both of them already, it seems, way above where they were during their freshman season here.
Yeah, my philosophy especially with Lauren and Miranda, is they're outstanding shooters. If you see them in practice, you know that's one of their strengths of their game. So it's important to instill that confidence in them. I think Miranda might have come out and missed the first 2 or 3 shots, and the tendency is to pull a kid like that. Well, my philosophy is encourage them. As long as they're good shots, encourage them to keep taking them, because eventually they're going to fall. And the thing that most impressed me about Lauren's game was not necessarily her shooting. I didn't realize she had 20 points, to be honest with you. I was more pleased with her movement, her recognition of where to be on the floor offensively, her effort on the defensive end, and then she had some big-time rebounds for us. So those were all areas that really came to light with me when I looked at the stat sheet at the end of the game and saw that Lauren had 20 points. I was stunned. But that's a good sign. When you have girls playing all-around games like that, certainly shooting the three is a big part of our game. We've got other shooters besides Miranda and Lauren that can knock down those threes. So it's a total team effort. Very pleased in every aspect of the game.
I'd like to talk about one other individual performance from Saturday's game, and that's from one of your new players, Shania Kaiser. Had a few minutes in the first half and played some more minutes in the second half, and just during the course of however long she was out on the floor, maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes, she just seemed to be adding to her game with each passing minute. A very nice debut effort by her.
I've said from the beginning of practice till the point that we were at entering the first game of the season that Shania Kaiser was by far our most improved player. I had no idea that she was as game ready as she was on Saturday. In fact, she was the last one of our 10-person rotation to get into the mix, and I did it with some hesitancy because she is a freshman. She didn't have a lot of experience even as a high school player. But her teammates just love her. I think they filled her with confidence. She came out there and took her game to another level, took our team to another level. That was really pleasing to me. That's one of the areas where we are weak, is in that post area. And if Shania can play like that and improve on that, you know, the sky's the limit for our team because we are really shorthanded in the front court.
All right. The Cougars are in the midst of a nice 5-game opening homestand. One down, and now we look to the second game, which is Illinois Springfield this Wednesday night, 7 o'clock tip at Geisman. And this is going to be a very interesting early season test. Illinois Springfield, a Division II team. What are some of the things we might see from them, and how will it apply to the Cougars getting their game plan ready for this one?
Well, besides the fact that they're much, much bigger than us, it's almost like looking in the mirror because they play 10 girls pretty much at the same pace that we play our 10 in our rotation. So we're going to see very much of ourselves out there on the floor Wednesday night. The big difference, as I alluded to, is the size difference. So we have to do everything we can to neutralize their size. They probably have 5 girls that are 6 foot or above on their roster, and we have none. So we have to continue to make teams play full court, make them play our tempo. And I think this team is going to want to play that tempo, so they're going to be more comfortable at that tempo. So this is an excellent, excellent situation for us to gauge really where we are. Because in the first game we had a team that didn't want to play that pace. Now we're facing a team that wants to play that pace. Let's see if we can outplay them in our own game. So that's going to be critical. The timing of the game is perfect. I mean, coming off a game where we had some success, and now the girls need to get back down with their feet on the ground and see that it's not going to be this easy the remainder of the season. It's going to be tougher and tougher for us. So the schedule has worked out very well in our favor. Coming home, I'm playing at home. Also is a great thing with a new coach, new system, and that comfort level at least will be there of playing on our own court. So we're happy about that.
Okay, Rusty, I'd like to thank you for your time this afternoon. Congratulations on a great opening victory, and best of luck against Illinois Springfield.
Thank you.